Everyone, so Bitcoin is at $67,000 per coin. Is this the start of the next big rally? The short take is, I think so. I mean, it certainly feels like it. A lot of indicators would point to that direction. The first being that search volume on Google for the word Bitcoin is at an all-time low, which typically happens right before a big rally. That sort of indicates that everyone has lost interest and moved on, which typically happens right before everybody gets super interested and piles in. At least that's been the trend historically. Second, Bitcoin's had some big volatility earlier today, which tends to wipe out anybody that's using leverage, meaning they are buying or selling Bitcoin with borrowed money. And that is a great way to just lose all of your money. So Bitcoin will often get relatively volatile before a big swing to the upside, which tends to wipe out everybody that is trading Bitcoin with leverage. And first of all, they should not be trading Bitcoin at all. They should be buying and holding. And second, they should not be using leverage, meaning borrowed money, to do that, because if the price swings in the wrong direction, you get liquidated and lose all your money. And that's not something that should be happening anyway. So don't use leverage and don't try to trade Bitcoin, just buy and hold. So we're right at $67,000. Everything feels right. I mean, this is what it felt like at $17,000 before, which was, $50,000 ago, before a nice long, what was it? I guess a nice long 12 to 18 month run where the price quadrupled. It feels like that again now. And anyway, so almost nobody's talking about Bitcoin other than a few insiders that check the price every single day multiple times like I do, who I've been texting. If you asked 1,000 people right now, is Bitcoin up in the last week or the last month? They have no idea. Virtually nobody's paying any attention, which again is the good indicator that we're typically, near a, or coming off of a low, because nobody's paying attention. They're all checked out, and they're not even going to start paying attention probably until Bitcoin hits $100,000. A few people will start to wake up at $80,000 when they see headlines that Bitcoin set a new all-time high, and they'll be like, wow, I thought this thing went away after FTX. I didn't know it was back. What happened? That's how checked out people tend to be. And a bunch of people will wake up at $100,000 because they're going to read news headlines and say, how on earth did this asset that I thought just disappeared from the planet after FTX blew up in the crypto winter of 2022, how on earth is this asset now well above its all-time high, trading at $100,000 per coin? And then, everybody starts piling in due to fear of missing out, which then tends to drive the price to multiples of that. And then it goes through some price correction after that, but the price still ends up typically way higher than it is at some stage like this in the cycle. So seems like a fantastic time to buy Bitcoin. Again, could Bitcoin dip again before a big rally? Of course it could. I mean, I can't predict the future, but everything feels right. Having been through this multiple times, everything feels right to be the start of the next big rally. The stars are all aligned. Institutional adoption is right where it needs to be. The politicians and political class are either completely on board or slowly climbing on board. And it's just almost 100% of the indicators are pointed in a positive direction. So, there's no way to know. There's no way to know other than to say it feels right. And if you're sitting on money that you're unsure about, that you're thinking, should I invest it? Should I not invest? Should I wait and see? Should I wait for the price to move to make me feel better? I would say it sure feels like an amazing time to buy Bitcoin right now. And it feels like you can still buy it where it's been heavily de-risked, meaning the risk has, radically been reduced as of the last days and weeks and months. But the price is still, well below, I think, the price of where it will go in the long term. So seems like a fantastic time to buy Bitcoin. If you want to inflation proof yourself, have a solution to the massive problem of inflation, which is to buy Bitcoin now and then spend it when it's worth a lot more. Thereby, inflation may have made everything 7% or 14% or 21% more expensive, but you're buying stuff with Bitcoin that's up 50, 100, or 200 or 300%. Just fantastic way to inflation proof yourself, and also just a great investment on the retirement and long-term capital accumulation side. So I'm always here if you need anything. Enjoy your Bitcoin journey. Thanks, everyone.